London to me is probably one of the best places in the world to do street photography. Yes, it's got dreary weather and the people are quite miserable, but it's such a vibrant place and the Brits have good humor. I was spending quite some time in front of the National Gallery, which is at Trafalgar Square. That's one of the busiest places in the whole city. I mean, it's like the most central place. That wasn't really the point. The point was that they had these wall-sized prints of classical Renaissance paintings. I'm not entirely sure about that. But basically you had this like huge pair of eyes just staring at you, like in way bigger than life size, and like quite a few other ones. And that just made for amazing backdrops. So I just decided to camp out there for a little bit and see, just if something interesting would happen. And sometimes if you sniff out an opportunity or like some kind of location like that, it's really worth it to hang out. And even if it's just 10 minutes, in street photography, like all we can do is improve our chances of being at the right place at the right time. I was kind of hoping to get some rain actually, because last time I was in London last year, I got some of my favorite pictures of the whole year in rainy conditions, because like the colors get more saturated when things get wet, and then you get more reflections like pretty much everywhere and more texture because of the raindrops. It's just a whole lot of things about rain, and I don't really mind getting wet, especially in summer. It's not gonna be cold, so I didn't really get that, and that was a bit of a shame. But you also shouldn't really, as I said, force your imagination on a place. I mean, it's you don't really have control about these types of things, so I think you just have to work with what you've got. And I think if you don't get rain, if you don't get sunshine, well, you're gonna shoot in just overcast weather, and that's also fine. at the same time, I also wanted to challenge myself not to rely on visual crutches like reflections, which tend to work well when it's overcast, in my opinion. But that's always something where you use some foreground to make up for the fact that you're actually not that close to the scene, and which can work very well, but kind of the mindset shouldn't be like, okay, let's just see what we can find, so I don't have to get that close. Especially this time I was on a 35mm lens, and while that's not extremely wide, you also don't want to be super far away, because then things of interest are going to be quite small in the frame. Sometimes find myself doing that, especially when it's like overcast, because I feel like when there's like direct sunlight, and usually you can position yourself in a way where you kind of have like the sun at your back, so people don't really see what you're doing, and then you can just like, which is also a good technique, I guess. So with the sun in your back, people can't really see what you're doing with your hands, so then it's easy to take a picture. But when it's overcast, you don't have that opportunity, and everything's just what it is. It's kind of what you see is what you get, kind of light. That's like how I like to think about it. Yeah, I think the idea was like subconsciously to fill the frame and not have some kind of layer in between you and the subject. I mean, if something really awesome comes up, of course I would go for it, but not to rely on things that just act as crutches, and you could actually get a better picture if you just dare to get it. I'm not sure like how successful I was doing that, but I'm definitely thinking a bit differently now, and I think that itself is a success. This trip to London I found a bit more challenging to photograph than the previous one, for whatever reason. I think last time I had a bit more of an opportunity to also shoot in the rain and also at night. I also shot at night. Going to be another video. But the last time I got my favorite shots in the rain. It's not like I wanted to recreate that thing, but I think these types of conditions really work for me. So yeah, I didn't get that, but that was fine. And as I said before, I was really trying to make an effort to work with the conditions at hand. And yeah, I think it did a good job, but it's only natural to feel like it's a bit more challenging if it's something that's a bit more out of your comfort zone. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's all I have for today, and see you next time.
It does.